Hello everybody, today is Wednesday, April 18th. It's 2:09 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On my right is my computer clock, and you can see the date and the time, and on my left is the time and sales for the Emini S&P, now at 2:10 p.m. trading at 27.14. It was a great day for the Autotrader. I'm making the video early. We have some live positions going. I'm going to show those. Going to talk about a number of things. As I stated yesterday, we reached over 1,000 subscribers, so once again I want to thank everyone that has supported us. It may not seem like a big deal, but starting from zero and reaching 1,000 subscribers for us is a pretty big deal, because we don't do a lot of advertising, we don't do sensational marketing on our website, we don't do emails every day, because we all get enough emails from advertisers, and I don't want to be one of those people, so I don't do that. I respect people's privacy, and I just don't bomb your email box with advertisements and sales pitches. Okay, first up is the DAX on the Renko 14 tick. This did 42.6250 for the day on two contracts. Here is our goal. This is the one that has a goal of 5,000, so we're just shy of our goal. And this is the template for this chart. This is using a limit order, and we're pulling back 4 ticks, and we cancel after 3 bars. So this did really good today. It did draw down about $700. Or about $800. That's about $400 per contract. That's pretty normal for the DAX, but it looks like it was followed by all winning trades. After this first losing trade here, all trades were winners. And it looks like we have 8 winning trades in a row. So that's pretty impressive, and bringing us up, quite high. So the DAX has the kind of volatility to produce these kind of gains, but beware that volatility is a double-edged sword. It can go both ways. But the Autotrader loves the DAX, and this has been pretty consistent over time. If you look back on our charts, even going back years, you'll see the DAX in our older videos. Okay, next up is the bonds on the 377 tick line break chart. We have several charts that have some open positions. This is one of them. So just wanted to show this here. Really nice looking signals on the line break chart. Not a whole lot of noise here, so this is pretty perfect, pretty ideal. This is where we went short. This is a line break signal, these dotted lines, and we got a close below the line break signal, and we have a limit order at the close of the bar on this one, I believe. And so you can see that's where our entry is, and a really nice sell-off, getting most of the trade. So we have a closed P&L of 500, open P&L of a little over 400, and it's pretty close to the end of the bond session, another 45 minutes or so. And I'm just going to let this play out, but it looks pretty good for today. Okay, next is the NASDAQ on the 2584 Heikin-Ashi chart. And this has done pretty good since we started plotting it. It was doing real well, except we got taken into a short trade here. And so we're a little bit underwater. We're going to give some back, looks like, unless the market reverses. But the market looks pretty strong to the upside today, so that remains to be seen. But I wanted to point out the indicator signals on this chart with the Heikin-Ashi bars look really, really good. This is hard to do to take these entries manually would be hard to do, but the signals here are pretty solid here. This short move beginning at the open of the session, and then followed by this long move, the bars turning blue here. So unfortunately we got fooled into this short trade, and we'll probably give some back, but we still have a pretty respectable gain here of a closed P&L of 1190. Okay, next up is the DAX on an 8 Renko chart, just a regular Renko chart. And as I've been saying, I think there's a lot of potential on these kind of charts. This had an equity high of about 1900 early in the session, and then drew down almost all of it, and then gained it back again. So probably a lower profit goal here might be in order, but nevertheless it came back and probably came close to its goal. In fact, might have even hit its goal and had some slippage. probably what happened. So pretty solid on the 8 Renko. Okay, we saw the bonds on the 377 tick, and that capitalized off these really excellent looking swings. This is a Super Renko 2 tick chart, but this started out with several losing trades here, only to give us a closed P&L of minus a couple of ticks here. Well, actually, I take that back. This drew down about 600 because of these trades. I'm looking at the equity curve. Then it had some winning trades here and brought our equity up to 6250, and now the open P&L is 1062.50. So if I were to close the trade right now, it looks like we'd clear about 1,000 on this really nice short trade that did the trick here. So this is going to have a decent P&L when it closes the trade today. Okay, once again, the DAX on a regular 150 tick chart. This started out with one loser. It had a very minor drawdown, about $150, and then came back. This is a regular tick chart, so once again, the indicator signals on this tick chart looking pretty solid. The short here and the long, just looking at the indicators, but then you can see how the Autotrader entered this short on a pullback here. After several bars it pulled back and then we got filled, and then same here on the long. The close of the bar is here and then it pulled back to fill us, and so this has a goal of 2,500, I believe, and so we did hit our goal and then had some slippage at the end on this last trade. Okay, next is the DAX on the Super Renko 14 tick with the $2,000 goal, and this also had a couple of losers at the beginning and drew down quite a bit, $1,200, 600 per contract, and then followed by 4 winners in a row, and that brought us up to hitting our goal, and we had a tick of positive slippage, our goal being 2,000 here. Here's the template. Okay, speaking of indicator signals on the Super Renko bars, looking pretty good here on the NASDAQ, and then we can see how the Autotrader took the trades. I'm going to kind of make this bigger, and so we can see our pullback here getting filled and going short, so pretty nice looking signals on the Autotrader. Same here on the first trade early in the session. This starts trading pre-market. Our goal on this is 1,500. This is our template for this chart, and if I tighten up the equity curve we can see all the trades here. So we didn't take any drawdown here. Looks like we only had one losing trade, and it looks like 5 winners and 1 loser. Okay, next is the DAX on a 34 tick line break, and this was quite active today. Again, we drew down about $300 per contract, $350, and then we came back and closed with $1,100 profit or so. Our goal on this is 2,000, and this is our template here for this chart. Okay, next is the Emini S&P on a Super Renko 4 tick chart. This starts trading pre-market. Here's the close of the bar and our limit fill and a pullback. And it looks like we have 4 trades, 3 winners and a really tiny loser here, and we probably hit our goal. By the time this exited, this bar probably pulled back and ended up a loser. We probably had $50 in the trade to hit our goal of probably 1,000 on this chart. Indeed, 1,000 for our daily goal, and then this is our template. So this has been a really good chart for us, very consistent, excellent signals on the indicator. You can see it here on the Super Renko bars. Just want to make a note that we've dropped the price of our indicators to $11.95. So we do have our indicator package for Ninjatrader 8 as well. In Ninjatrader 8 we've tossed out a few indicators, so it's not going to be as large of a package as the Ninjatrader 7 version of the indicators. Okay, next up is the Precision Renko on the 8 150 on the crude oil. this chart has been very consistent for us. Here I have the news filter window open, and the way this works is you must check the alert box to activate the filter. Now, the crude oil inventory announcement's already passed, but the way I set this up is I would set the strategy to true. Setting it to true here shows the news button, and then I have to set the alert down here for the filter to be active. You have to check the box, and then you can set the Autotrader to stop trading so many minutes before the announcement, and to resume trading as many minutes as you like after the announcement. In this case, we exited trades 1 minute before the announcement and started trading again 2 minutes after, and that's indicated by this gray area. So basically any open positions where this one actually executed prior to that, but it's showing the area where there was no trading, and you can see it's at 10:30, 1 minute before, so probably 9:29 here, and then a couple minutes after here. So this gray area is the area that no trades were allowed. Okay, next is the Emini S&P on a 1597 Heikin-Ashi chart, and this had a loser at the inception of trading here, and it drew down about 175 per contract, and then it came back with this really strong winner here and made an equity high of about 700, had another loser, and then followed by three winners in a row. That brought us up to our goal of $1,000, and we probably had some slippage on that one. This is our template here. Okay, next is the Emini S&P on a Super Renko 6 tick, and this hit its goal of $1,000, it looks like. Here's the template, and then our goal of 1,000. So we hit our goal of 1,000 with no slippage. Looks like we had 3 winners and 2 very small losers. And this is kind of what you want in a chart. You want a chart that the winners are much larger than the losers, and this looks like it does that pretty well. Okay, the crude oil on a Super Renko 6-tick chart using our line break logic. This one's done pretty good for us. We had a loser in the early part of trading, drew down about $150 per contract, $125, and then that was followed by 2 really nice winners, and that brought us up to our goal, which I think is 1,030. And so we had 1 tick of slippage at the end. This is the template for this chart. Okay, next is the Emini S&P on a Super Renko 2-tick with a Super Renko 4-tick, 6-tick as a higher time frame. This is our template here, and we have a goal of 750, so we obviously hit our goal and had 1 tick of slippage. And you can see the trades here. Looks like we drew down about 150 per contract, but very nice looking chart here. Okay, last but not least is the Emini S&P on a regular 5 Renko chart, and here is our template. We have a higher time frame of a 6 Renko, and only a goal of 750 here, and a limit order with a 4-tick pullback that's 1 tick less than the bar size, and fixed targets of 16 and 60 ticks. So this did pretty good, 625 for the day. And that's all for today's video. Thanks for watching today.